Hello students, today we will study about chapter 3, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. This is the chapter of chemistry. In your book there are some chapters of physics, some chapters are of biology. So one chapter of biology we have studied, that is chapter 1. Now we will study this chapter which belongs to the chemistry. Synthetic fibers and plastics. In earlier class, we have studied about fibers and fabric in class 7. So, fibers, what are fibers? Fibers are the thin strands by which yarn are made up of. Fibers are of mainly two types, that is synthetic natural fiber and synthetic or man-made fibers. Natural fibers again are of two types on the basis of the source from where they are obtained, that is plant fiber and animal fiber. Plant fiber, for example, cotton, jute, coir, flax, etc., that are obtained from the plants, and animal fibers are mainly of two types, that is wool and silk. Wool is obtained from various animals, from the hair of various animals, mainly from the sheep. Some other animals also give wool, and silk is obtained from silkworm. So about plant fibers we have studied in class 6, about animal fibers we have studied in class 7. The next category is synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. Here in this class you will study about synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers such as rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic, these all are synthetic fibers. Before starting about the synthetic fibers, since most of the fibers are near about all the fibers and plastics also are the polymers, so we should know about what is polymer. What are polymers? So polymers, poly means many, mer means part or unit. It means the definition will be a polymer is a long chain like molecules consisting of a large number of simple molecules, that is called monomer, joined together by chemical bonds is called a polymer. Means polymers are the made up of long chain of monomers. Monomers are the simple molecules. The example of polymers are cellulose, protein, whatever other fibers are also there. They are made up of polymers. They are the natural polymers. And polythene, nylon, PVC, polyester, plastic also a polymer. That is, they are the synthetic polymers. Polythene, nylon, PVC, polyester, plastics, these are the synthetic polymers, and cellulose, protein, etc. are the natural polymers. As I said, poly means many. If we take example of polythene, so polythene is made up of monomer, that is ethene. Again I am writing ethene or ethylene, that is also called ethylene. The formula is here, that is CH2 double bond CH2. That is ethene, the formula of ethene or ethylene. This is the simple molecule, that is monomer in case of polythene, And the molecule of polyethylene are made up of many ethene molecules. Ethene molecules, number of ethene molecules are joined together by chemical bonds and form polyethylene. So, like this, in case of polyester, if you take example of polyester, here ester is the monomer and polyester is the polymer. So, like this, all polymers are made up of small units, and they are the large chain-like structures, large molecules. They are called polymers. Cellulose, that is natural polymer, that is made up of glucose. In case of protein, the monomer is amino acid, that is made up of simple molecule amino acid. So now we will study one by one about the various types of synthetic fibers, like the first synthetic fiber is rayon. Rayon is the first synthetic fiber, although it is synthetic fiber, but the natural resource is the raw material is taken from the plant. It is made from the wood pulp. Whatever wood is there, that is crushed and with some chemical bath, it is cleaned, and then with some chemical substances, it is changed into form of viscous, that is a dense syrup, that is called viscous. A dense syrup. It is passed through the spinneret that have holes in it. Spinneret. And whatever fibers comes out through it, they are given bath with sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Sulfuric acid, and then again further it is attached to the wheels by which it is spin. By spinning is going on. This is spinning wheel. Spinning wheel. So by the spinning wheels, it changes into the yarn, and that yarn is used for making fabrics. So the rayon is made from the wood pulp. Its characteristic is that it is shiny in appearance, like silk. That's why it is also called artificial silk. Actually, the discovery of rayon was started after the discovery of the silk. Silk was discovered in China, and for a long time it was restricted in China only, and because of its lustrous appearance, it fascinated to the peoples, and scientists start to find some artificial silks resembling to that, and they get succeed, and they form the rayon. So rayon is also called artificial silk. If we talk about its uses, it is used for making fabrics, for making carpets, for making tire cards. In tires you may have seen some threads are there. So tire cards, bandages, and surgical dressings related to the medical department, hospital. So surgical dressings are used, are made by this rayon. So these are the uses of rayon. The next fiber is nylon. The second fiber is nylon. Nylon is the complete synthetic fiber that is prepared from the petrochemicals, from the raw material obtained from the petroleum. It was discovered by Wallace Carothers in 1935. The name nylon was derived from New York and London. That is because at both places nylon was produced and marketed approx same time. That's why maybe its name is NYLON, nylon. So this is its. If we talk about its characteristics, so it is very strong. It is elastic, wrinkle free, wrinkle resistant or wrinkle free, not attacked by fungus and moths, and it is lightweight. It do not absorb water, so it is easy to wash. On dipping in water, it do not become very heavy. It dry easily. So it is used for various purposes. Since it is very strong, so it is used for making parachute ropes and ropes for rock climbing. Whatever mountaineers are there, whatever ropes they use, that rope is made of nylon. Nylon is very strong fiber, and socks, necktie, etc. also are made of nylon. The nylon fiber is so strong that a nylon fiber is actually stronger than a steel wire. It is written in our NCERT book at page number 34. A nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. So you can imagine that how strong the nylon fiber is there, and because of its various positive characteristics, it is used for various purposes. So this was about nylon. Now we will discuss about the third one is polyester. Polyester is the polymer of ester, that is a chemical substance which gives fruit smell. That in polyester, that is terylene, Dacron, terene, PET, these all are a form of polyester. Terylene, Dacron, terene, these are made for fabrics. PET, that is polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate. So PET is used for making bottles, containers, for keeping goods, mug, etc. It is lightweight, and it is strong. So it is used for making bottles, etc. Whatever bottles, water bottles, etc. are there, that is made up of PET. It is very lightweight and it is strong. In polyesters, whatever terylene, etc. are there, they are synthetic fibers. They can be changed to very fine fibers, and they can be woven like other fabrics, other fibers. It is polyester. It is and it is synthetic fiber. Its property is also near about like nylon. It is wrinkle free. Do not absorb water. It is easy to wash. It dry easily. Some of the fabrics are made by mixing two or more type of fibers like polycot, that is polyester and cotton, polywool, terrycot, terylene and cotton, polywool, polyester and wool, polycot, polyester and cotton. So these are called blends. These all are blends. Blends means mixture. Whatever fabrics are made by mixing two or more type of fabrics, two or more type of fibers, they are called, that type of fabrics are called blend. Blend means mixture. By mixing two or more type of fibers, they are made. Up there, these blends are prepared to find the positive properties, so that whatever we want, the properties in our clothings, that can be obtained. As whatever shirts we wear, we want to be it comfortable to wear, we want to be it easy to maintain, we want to be it easy to wash. So if they will be the only it will be made from cotton, so cotton wrinkles easily, and that absorb much water, so it becomes heavy during washing, and it dries. It takes time in drying, so it is difficult to maintain. In morning, if you have wore cotton shirt, so till evening it will be wrinkled. It will be not in condition to be used again on the next day. So mostly whatever fabrics are there, whatever settings are there, they are made by blends. In that we get, if cotton is mixed with so like terrycot or polycot, so then we get the property of easy to maintain also, and we the fabrics becomes comfortable also, because that absorb sweat also, and that is easy to maintain also. So that's why blends are prepared. So use of polyester is also for making saris, dress materials, curtains, water hoses for firefighting. These are the usage of fabrics made by polyester. The next is acrylic. And the last, that is acrylic. That is also a synthetic fiber. Acrylic resembles with wool. Whatever it resembles with wool. It is just looks just like wool, and whatever fabrics are made, that is from the acrylic woolen fabrics are made. That fabrics are of cheap quality. Whatever sweaters are made up of natural fibers, means natural wool, they are costly, and whatever sweaters are made of acrylic, they are cheap. So because of it's cheap and it looks just like woolen cloths, and that have property just like woolen cloths nearby. So it is used by the people same sweater you may purchase very costly, and same size sweater you may purchase from very less cost. So whatever cheap quality of woolen cloths are there, they are made up of acrylic. So you can say this is artificial wool. Now the characteristic of on the basis of characteristic of synthetic fibers, there are some advantages, some disadvantages. Advantages and disadvantages. So advantages of synthetic fiber is that it is wrinkle free, it do not wrinkle easily, and purity advantage, it do not absorb water, so it is easy to wash it, and when it is washed it dry also quickly. It do not become very heavy when it is soaked in water, so it is very easy to wash it, and since it is wrinkle free, so it is very easy to maintain it because they do not wrinkle easily. So if once it is ironed, then it can be used for more than one day, and it is durable. And last longer. So like this, there are various characteristics because of which synthetic fibers are preferred. There are some disadvantages also. Since they do not absorb water, so in summer season it is uncomfortable to wear. Uncomfortable in summer. In summer season it is uncomfortable to wear since it do not absorb water. So whatever sweating occurs, that because of that it sticks into the body and feels uncomfortable. It burns easily. Burns means it melts during burning. Melts during burning. And catch fire easily. Quickly. So, if a person is wearing the clothing made up of synthetic fibers and working in kitchen or some place where there is chemical experiment is going on, or some burning is going on, there if by chance the fire come in contact of the clothes, then it catches fire very easily and it do not burn at that time. It melts. It melts and stick into the body, and that becomes very dangerous. So it should be avoided to wear synthetic fiber clothes when the person or the women are working in the kitchen or wherever any work is going on related to fire. So it should be avoided. Synthetic fibers are non-biodegradable also. It is non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable. So old clothes, if it is come in soil, they do not decompose and that cause soil pollution. So that is the disadvantage of synthetic fiber. And in dry weather, in April, May, when the clothings made of synthetic fibers are worn, then the fabric made from synthetic fibers tend to develop static electricity. At that time, it creates static electricity in the body, and sparks also can be seen. So these are the various advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fiber. It is lightweight, it is wrinkle free, do not absorb water, it is durable, it is not attacked by moths and fungus, not attacked by moths and fungus. So it do not decompose if it is kept in moist condition also. Then also it do not get decomposed because it is not attacked by fungus and moths, etc. So because of its durability, because of its lightweight, because of it is easy to maintain, it is preferred to use, and because of these much disadvantages, the other disadvantages. That's why, since there are some disadvantages, that's why mostly synthetic fibers are whatever used for fabrics, means wearing clothes. That type of fabrics are made by mixing natural fibers and synthetic fibers also. That is called blend. That provide positive characteristic, both positive characteristic, that it is easy to maintain also and it is comfortable to wear also. So this was about synthetic fibers. About plastics we will study in the next video.